Okay, so first of all I just want to point out that we have two windows open here. You'll see the one on the left is titled Python 3.4.3 shell. Don't worry about the numbers, that's just a version we're running. But the main issue is this is our shell. This is where we can output and also input any information that we have in our program. So for example, if we wanted to print something out, it would print on the screen in front of us. If we wanted to input something, we would type it in this window here. So the screen on the right is where we would type our code if we wanted to type lots of lines of code to run. So the difference being in this one we can type a single line of code such as print, and I'll explain this in a second, and as we hit enter it does what we tell it to do. In this window where we can type multiple lines of code, after I hit enter it does nothing. So just think of this as a basic text editor. We can enter text, put it onto the next line and carry on. So if we wanted this to run, we would have to first of all save it. So we go down to set file save, and now I'm just going to save it to Python 34, which is just a folder it's automatically created. I'm just going to call it print and just hit save. So once we've saved it, if we come to the run option and hit run module, alternatively we can press F5 on our keyboard. It's a quick shortcut, and what it'll do is it'll take all the code that we've written here and it'll run it, and whatever we've told it to do, it'll output on this screen. So it'll output in our Python shell. So this is where we can see the effect of our code and also input and output various bits of information, as I've said before. So the first thing I want to do, I'm just going to restart the shell and I'll get rid of this. So on the left here we're going to do some basic addition, and we can do some subtraction, multiplication and division as well, and I'll explain those in a second. So as I said before, we can do it line by line. So if I type 4 plus 4 and hit enter, it'll automatically give me our result, 8. Same can be done with if we do 5 minus 2, instantly we get 3. And if we want to times something, so say we want to times 2 by 8, we press the asterisk key, which is above, which is the number 8 on our keyboard, but we have to press shift and press 8, and that will give us the icon or the symbol above 8. So we use the asterisk to do multiplication, we don't use X. Hit enter, that will give us our answer. And to divide, because we don't have a divide sign on our keyboard, we use a /. So 10 divided by 2 is 5. So moving on to the next part, we're going to talk a little bit about strings and what a string is. So if I type print hello, so to break this down we have our function. Okay, so Python already knows what to do when we type print. It knows to print out whatever is inside these brackets, and if we want to print just text on its own, we have to put them in speech marks. And you'll notice that if we type print, which is as I've said, a function that's already known by Python, it'll turn purple. And if we want to print out text, that'll turn green. So if I was to hit enter now, we simply get the word hello. So if I was to do that again, but this time we didn't put quotes or speech marks around our word hello and we wanted to print that text, we hit enter and we get an error. And that's because hello is not anything defined inside of our program. We haven't told the Python program what hello is. When we put it in speech marks, we tell Python hello is just text, and just to print it as text.